Hey Life Skills crew! Welcome back to the Life Skills Hub. This is episode 3 of our Real Talk Forgiveness series. Today's topic might just change how you see your relationships. It's called the cracked door analogy. Let's break it down together. Alright, imagine a door. Just a regular door. But instead of leading to your room or a hallway, this one connects you to another person. A friend, a sibling, a parent, maybe even a boyfriend or girlfriend. This door is your relationship. At first, when you meet someone new, the door is closed. You don't really know them. You're both standing on opposite sides. But maybe you say something funny. They laugh. They open the door a crack. You return the energy. You're both curious, respectful, or interested. The door opens a little more. The more trust, kindness, honesty, and shared moments you have, the wider that door opens. And in some rare cases, it becomes just an open space, no door at all. Just trust flowing freely. But what happens when things go wrong? Let's be real. Not every relationship stays easy. Maybe a friend betrays you, a sibling fights dirty, or your boo breaks your heart. Maybe you both just stop trying. With this, the door starts to close. Negative stuff, like lies, drama, or disrespect, pushes that door toward shutting. Sometimes slowly, sometimes with a loud slam. And for a lot of you, the gut reaction is to slam it closed and walk away. Here's the thing. That's a natural part of life. Not every relationship will last forever, and not every door needs to stay open. But here's where the cracked door comes in. Leaving the door cracked means this. I'm not okay with what happened, and I need space, but I'm not locking you out forever. I'm leaving a little room in case growth happens on your side or mine. That little crack? It leaves a space for maturity, for reflection, for the possibility of healing. This is especially important in family relationships, where the bond is deep, even when it's messy. It also matters in friendships, which are some of the most important support systems we'll ever have. And in romantic relationships, where we're all still learning what love even means. Closing the door too quickly, especially when we're emotional, can block us from repairing something meaningful later. Let's get real. Most of us are still figuring out who we are. We're learning how to communicate, how to trust, and what our own boundaries look like. So when a relationship goes south, it's easy to want to say, forget them. I'm done. Blocked. Ghosted. Door slammed. But sometimes, what we really need is space. Not destruction. Not finality. The cracked door is your way of saying, I care enough to pause. Not erase. It's not weak. It's actually one of the most mature things you can do. Let's break it down for the big 4 relationships in your life. Friends, family, social vibes, and romance. First up, friendships. Your crew is your support squad, separate from family. They're the ones you vibe with, laugh with, lean on. But maybe your bestie talks behind your back, and you're ready to cut them off. Closing that door completely might feel good now, but here's the thing. Friendships teach you how to trust, communicate, and grow. Slam that door too early, and it could mess with how you build bonds later, especially since a lot of romantic relationships start as friendships. Keeping the door cracked means giving it space. Maybe you take a break, let things cool off, and see if they step up or if you both grow enough to fix it. Next is family. Parents, siblings, grandparents, or tight cousins. These bonds are huge for your happiness and support system. Say your brother keeps borrowing your stuff without asking, or your mom says something that stings. Slamming that door might mean no texts, no talks, no connection. But family ties run deep, and cutting them off totally can leave you without that backup when life gets rough. The cracked door analogy says, maybe don't shut it. Crack it open instead, give some distance, some time to cool down, and space for you both to mature. You might see the real value of that bond later. Now, social relationships. Like people in your community, school, or neighborhood. These folks might be super different from you. Different vibes, cultures, morals. Maybe someone at school judges you, or a neighbor acts shady. It's tempting to shut them out, but here's the deal. Keeping the door cracked helps you learn to deal with differences. You don't have to be besties, but leaving room for respect or understanding grows you up. As teens, you're still figuring out who you are, morals, values, all that, and these connections help you practice. And then, romance. Oof, this one's tricky, right? You're young, still learning who you are, and trying to figure out what a healthy relationship even looks like. Say your boo cheats, or an ex keeps popping back up with drama. Slamming the door feels like the move. Block, delete, done. But the cracked door analogy is clutch here. Closing it too fast, before you get why things went wrong, might mess with your next shot at love. Maybe they weren't respectful, or maybe you didn't set clear boundaries. Keep the door cracked. Take time apart, think it over, mature a bit. You'll start to see what a healthy relationship needs: trust, respect, communication, and boundaries on both sides. Let's be super clear. Leaving the door cracked isn't about letting someone walk all over you. Sometimes, you gotta shut it. Especially if someone's toxic, hurtful, or won't change. But for a lot of relationships, especially as teens, keeping the door cracked is key. You're still growing, figuring out who you are, your morals, your vibe, how you relate to others. You still need boundaries. You still protect your peace. Also, the other person might be growing too. Cracking the door means giving time and space, maybe days, weeks, or months, to cool off, reflect, and mature. It's a filter to ask, what do I really want from this relationship? What boundaries do I need to keep it healthy? Do I want to shut this door forever? Or do I leave it cracked and come back later, maybe when we're both stronger? Just remember, once a door is fully closed, it might not ever open again. That's not always a bad thing, but it should be a thoughtful decision, not just an emotional reaction. For real, this hits hard with family and friends because those bonds shape your support, your happiness. In romance, a cracked door helps you learn what healthy means so you don't carry baggage to the next one. Even in social vibes, it's practice for life. Slamming the door too early might burn bridges you'll wish you had later. Forgiveness ties in here. Letting go of the hurt doesn't mean the door is wide open again. It means you're not letting anger lock you in. You crack that door, set boundaries, and decide later if it opens more or closes for good. Relationships are a huge part of our lives, and learning how to manage them takes time. You won't always get it right. But this cracked door analogy, it's a tool, a way to think before you act. So next time you feel hurt, betrayed, or distant, ask yourself, is it time to close the door? Or do I just need to crack it and step back for a bit? Only you can decide. But remember, maturity isn't just about who you cut off. It's about how you handle relationships with care, wisdom, and love. All right, fam, that's the cracked door analogy. You've got the tools now. Don't slam the door too fast. Keep it cracked, give it time, and figure out what healthy looks like for you. Hit that subscribe button to follow. Drop your thoughts below. Share it with your crew, and catch us next time on the Life Skills Hub.